It's Live with Vince Elliott. Live with Vince Elliott. Tonight on Live with Vince Elliott, it's rapper J Pitts. With that hot new release, Windows.
Driving like you don't got no windows.
And keeping the show on track, co-host Erica Mack.
Who's the Mac? Let's get
it. Come on, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me feel that for a minute. Oh, that's it. Y'all gonna make me get up and dance. What's up, everybody? It's Vince Elliott. You are watching Live with Vince Elliott, and she is
Erica Mack, and welcome to another great Tuesday.
Yes, right, Tuesday. By now, you should be used to the fact that we come on Tuesdays and not Fridays anymore. So thank you for joining us. We so much appreciate your support. Those of you who are joining us on Facebook, those of you who are joining us on YouTube, those of us who are joining us who came on specifically to watch our guest tonight, but I'll talk about that in a moment. Erica, I know you got something to say, so I'm gonna pass the mic.
Oh, absolutely. I would just want to remind everyone, first of all, thank you for coming on. And secondly, to go ahead and subscribe to The Vince Elliott on YouTube. That is The Vince Elliott on YouTube. We are here every Tuesday at 7:55 countdown. Show beginning at 8. We need you to go ahead and smash that share button. Make sure that you're sharing that we're here and we're here for you, because sharing is caring.
That's right. This show is about information, education, inspiration, motivation, and we have some laughs. Last week we had Lil V on, and he wanted to cuss people out. I mean, it was a hot mess. But Lil V is my alter ego, or that voice in my head that's always trying to get me to do things I'm not supposed to do. I don't cuss, but I guess the thoughts in my head apparently want to cuss. So anyway, I didn't let them get the better of me. So if you missed that, go back and watch last week's Live with Vince Elliott, and you can see a bunch of episodes from a lot of the shows that we've had. So they're all posted on YouTube. In the meantime, tonight, oh man, it's been a while since we had an artist, Erica. It's been a while since we had an artist on the show.
And
tonight,
excited.
Yeah, I am excited because not only do we have an artist, but this artist in particular is taking a different approach, and I'll let him explain it more, to how he goes about, getting his music out there. Well, I don't know if it's different, but I mean, it represents kind of, what people are doing these days with their music. They're not just trying to get signed to a record deal, because with the internet and so many things going on, there's other options out there. And so This gentleman went from 0 to 100. Just imagine he was in a Hemi. He went from 0 to 100,000, and that was just on TikTok. I mean, he's on all social media, so he blowing up. Boom! He blowing up. But he's right here, and for those of you who have never heard of him, his name is J Pitts. He's going to be right here on Live with Vince Elliott. He's here tonight. That's right. J Pitts in the building. He's in the building. He's in some building somewhere, but he's going to be on Live with us tonight.
I'm really excited because I hadn't heard of him. And so when we had the opportunity to, just pre-interview him and things like that, I thought that was pretty cool. And just to find out about his mission and his goals and things like that. So I think you all will get some great information and find out some, and actually get to learn some new music, good music, clean music.
Yeah, absolutely. And man, he's got this new release called Windows. And I'm going to tell you, listen, this track is hot. This track is hot, it's fire, it's 100, it's whatever the young folks are saying nowadays, but it's all of that. So listen, what's up to everybody that's joining us? We got, what's her name? I don't even know. I'm about to mess it up. Curer C. Frierson. I think she's
Curry
from the
Frierson. That's a guy.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, see, I'm sorry. I apologize. I told you I was going to mess it up. But, Mint says hello. We got people jumping in. So, listen, guys, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into our format and get on to the next thing, because I don't want to hold up his time, because he got so much he wants to share with us. And guess what? I got a surprise for y'all. We're going to actually hear the full song and watch the video tonight. So stay tuned. Before you do that, before we get into our next thing, go ahead right now, if you haven't done so, and share this on your Facebook or your YouTube, or call somebody, text somebody, and get at least 2 people. I know you know 2 people who ain't doing nothing, and they need to tune in to Live Vince Elliott, and tell them to go to search for The Vince Elliott in YouTube, and you can find us on Facebook and all that type of thing. You can see the show. Erica, what's going on? You know what it's time for, right? Let me see. Did I get the order right? No.
Well, but how was your week?
Well, you know what? I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about my week, because I'll be honest with you. I'm one of those grinders, but I didn't do much grinding this week. And I didn't do a whole lot of grinding this week. I was like, man, why am I still in the bed? Oh, maybe because I went to bed at 3:30. Yeah. So that's kind of how my week was, but I'm back on track. How about yours?
Yeah, pretty much, I told you on the personal side, dealing with a lot. So that's the one thing. But other than that, I didn't do very much either. I try to get some sleep here and there. Bowling was pretty good last week. So.
What you do? You got to give us a report. What was your score?
No, Alonzo State, right now, I'm just averaging about a 600 series, 600 plus series. So I'm pretty cool with that. It's a little early in the season to be doing that, but I'm okay with it. So we're coming along. We're in second place as a team. So
well, yeah, you bowling like that. Usually the guys are bowling higher than the women. It's just what it is. And so for those who don't know, a 600 series, that's an average of 200. She said 600 plus. That's an average of 200 per game. So normally I talk a lot of trash, but I ain't bowled in a while, so I'm a reserve talking trash to Erica until I make sure my game is back where it needs to be, because I don't like getting whooped. But anyway, y'all know what time it is. It's time for In Other News.
And now for news you may or may not be able to use. News other than Trump, COVID, or civil unrest. It's In Other News. Live from one of our remote studios, it's news anchor Erica Mack.
The week of In Other News. So recently we had 27-year-old Brittany Woodrum, of recent graduate of the University of Colorado, who was preparing to go out on great mission trips and find other ways to donate her time. And so COVID hit. So COVID hit, stopped her from doing it. But she was relentless in her efforts to make sure that she was giving back in the time. So she found this nonprofit group called Shelterbox, pretty popular group that helps people who are like without out of homes or lost their jobs, people who are in need. And so her purpose was to just help in whatever way she can. She thought, hey, I'm going to go ahead. I can raise a few bucks and help support this mission, help support those who are hurt by COVID or has been impacted by COVID. And so with her efforts, she set out to, she's a hiker. So she, with social media today, social media is a great tool. Make sure that it propels people into levels that they never expected. She's like, oh, I'll raise $5,000. But Brittany ended up raising $85,000 to help those. Help Shelterbox and help those who are impacted by COVID. So she did this by campaigning to hike, and she hiked all 58 of Colorado's top peaks, with it being 14,000 feet as the one of the highest ones. So 14,000 feet, that's pretty high, huh?
Yeah, wow. She hiked how many? Did you say
58?
58
peaks. Mountain peaks.
Wow. And she raised 85 G's. Now, was some of that like corporate funds, or that was just all individuals that were
individuals giving? She said individuals. Some people were through social media. Some people were personal people. It was nothing mentioned about any corporations. This was all individuals who saw her vision and wanted to help as well. And so they helped her.
What's her name again?
Brittany,
congratulations.
Brittany Woodrum, yes.
Brittany, oh man, awesome job. That's the type of news I like to hear. This is why we do this segment, because, some of them are humorous, some of them are just, heartwarming. And I like hearing these types of stories, because every time I turn on my news, I can guarantee you within the first 5 minutes, I'm going to hear about Trump. I'm gonna hear about COVID. I'm gonna hear about some kind of civil unrest or some type of court case going on. And it's like there's more going on in the world. I'm not saying those things aren't important, but there's more going on in the world, and these stories don't get the light of day. And so it's like, we just want to bring different stories. So, because if you're just hearing bad news and all this stuff all the time, it just kind of drags you down and weighs down your spirit. So, I'm glad she did it, because had it been up to me,
he would have been 10 feet like,
listen, if I had to hike some peaks, now if they would have said, you could do something else, how many baskets can you shoot? How many games can you bowl or something like that? Then we'd have been on to something.
Yeah.
But hiking them peaks, they would have been like, we're going to give you $100 or $1,000 for every peak. I'd have been like, you know what? We raised $10 because that wouldn't have happened. No way I'd have got that $85,000, because I wouldn't have made it to the first peak. I'm just, I'm going to blame the COVID and the quarantine for not getting out and exercising. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, it took her a total of 78 days, and you just think she had a box on her back, and that box was an extra 14 pounds that she was hiking with. So, hats off to her, kudos to her. And
does she work out on a regular basis? Is she an athlete or something?
She's a regular hiker, an avid hiker,
okay.
So that may be why, But hey, some people like to do things like that. I'm not that adventurous. I'm adventurous, but I don't know if I'm hiking adventurous.
Right. So the catch is to do something that you do on a regular basis. So I could do something. I could do something I do on a regular basis. Maybe not bowling a basketball, but it's like, how many channels can you watch? You know what I'm saying? Over 78 days.
Don't tell nobody else that.
Huh? What?
Don't tell nobody else that.
Switch from one sports game to the. Okay. Anyway, next story.
Yeah, absolutely. Do not tell no one else that. But in other news, 2 Oklahoma City jail officers were charged with cruelty. This one makes me laugh so hard because this is unbelievable. But they were charged with cruelty, accused of playing Baby Shark on repeat for inmates. So these two.
Huh?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What's Baby Shark?
You know that song, Baby Shark, dark, dark.
I've never heard of that.
Oh my goodness, you are kidding me.
I don't think I want to hear it. It sounds like it's something.
You're going to hear it. We're going to find this and let you hear
Oh
this
my goodness.
But these 2 jail officers handcuffed prisoners to the wall as a disciplinary, made them listen to this song on repeat for hours on end. And so charges was brought against them as a misdemeanor. The prosecutor and attorney was looking for a felony, but he could not find a felony. So it's a misdemeanor. And through the investigations and things like that in Oklahoma, these 2 officers, along with their supervisor, resigned. But I just thought this was hilarious that they got in trouble for playing Baby Shark on repeat while the inmates were handcuffed. So
wow.
There are a lot of things that people can get in trouble for, but that one there took me back.
So
but
they ended up giving up their jobs just because they kept playing some music. Come on, man.
Baby Shark music.
Baby Shark. And so how long did they make them listen to it?
I think it was like 6 hours they had to listen to it straight on replay. So
and that music stuck in their head. That's wrong. That's wrong. Oh my goodness. Well, folks, that's been in other news. I mean, we gotta Baby Shark. Well, I'm gonna play something else while we get ready to go to this break real quick. But I tell you what, I don't know if I want to hear that music because it's liable to get stuck in my head. And apparently, since he used it as punishment, I don't want to hear anything that's going, if it probably drove them crazy, I don't want to go insane listening to that. Anyway, if you just joined us, this is Live with Vince Elliott. I'm Vince Elliott. She is Erica Mack. And today we have Jay Pitts, rapper extraordinaire, lyricist. Jay Pitts is on with us today, and he's going to be telling us how he went from 0 to 100,000 followers. That was just on TikTok, and he's since exceeded past that. Plus, he's got other platforms, but he has a new release, and it's called Windows. When I tell you this song is hot, this song is hot. We haven't had artists on the show in a while, so this is a switch up for for a while. We've been having all types of guests on, so I'm excited about this. And you're going to get to ask him questions. He has an approach, a vision, and we're going to talk about all types of things. Plus, you'll get a chance to hear the music. So stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Invite some other people on. Share with at least 2 people. Tell somebody about it. Come on, check us out. In the meantime, stay tuned and watch this. We're going. Hey, everybody, it's Vince Elliott saying thank you for your support. Real quick, I just want to come on and say a few things real quick. First of all, you guys are amazing because some of you are supporting the show by viewing us every single week. You're financially supporting. You're telling your family and friends. People are going to the YouTube page, subscribing, hitting the notifications bell. We are growing by leaps and bounds. We got a team now. We got Erica Mack, who keeps the show on track, my co-host. We got a producer, super duper producer, Deidre. She's in the background holding it down. And we are now at a place where we are opening the window of opportunity for sponsorship. That's right. If you know of someone who has a business, or if you yourself have a business whose product or service align with our brand, we want to hear from you. Send us an email at thevinceelliott@gmail.com and we will send you the information. We have packages as low as $100 a week. Can't beat that. Those prices are going to go up as our audience grows, so you want to get in where you fit in. Also, if you want to support the show, simply go to the Cash App now there on the screen, $ live with Vince Elliott. 1 L, 1 T in Elliott, so your money gets routed to the right place and gets used appropriately. In the meantime, we will continue to bring you information, education, inspiration, motivation, and yes, a few laughs. Look out for Lil V. He's always trying to get on the show. So in the meantime, let's get back to the show.
Greetings, Earthlings and Skirtlings. It's your boy DJ Cutmaster Swift with Outkast. You watch it live with Vince Elliott. Peace.
Driving like I don't got any windows.
That's it right there, ladies and gentlemen.
It's long to feel the wind blow. Only thing that's tinted is my skin tone. Darker than the mocha cup of kinfolk.
Ladies and gentlemen, my guest tonight goes by the name of Jay Smith. This man has been introduced to music since he was probably old enough to walk because it was in his family. And so he has found his own voice in music through rap. He is what I would consider to be a lyricist because he puts words together in such a way that you go, oh, that was cool. And so now he has been honing his craft, and he's gotten to a place now where he is a straight up legit artist to be reckoned with. He's been influenced by many different people in different genres of music, and he has now found, again, his own voice. And so he has a release of a song that you're listening to in the background now called Windows, and it is so hot, so popular that he is blowing up on all social media all over the place. He's getting offers from record labels. He'll tell you more about that. But he's decided, you know what? I want to make sure I control my own destiny. So he's going about it in a very methodical way. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to Live with Vince Elliott, Mr. Jay Pitts. Yeah, come on.
What's going on? What's going on?
Waka.
Yeah, let me let that play for a second. Let me just take it down a little bit because I can't give it all to him. We're gonna play it later and let them see the video. How are you, sir? How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm feeling good. I'm excited to be here.
Well, listen, man, we excited to have you. We got people making comments already. That you're on the show. I know some of your followers from Instagram and TikTok and all the other social media platforms are some of them are watching today. And so just thank them for coming on. And there's going to be a lot of questions, I suppose. Well, I know I got a lot of questions to hear about your story and know how you got to where you are right now, how it started. We're going to get into all of that. So if you're just tuning in, this is Jay Pitts. And get ready with your questions and your comments. And he's here to answer them. And so, Jay, without further ado, I'm just going to allow you to introduce yourself and say whatever you want to say before we get into bombarding you with questions.
Cool. I'm Jay Pitts. I'm an independent artist based in Detroit. My most recent success has been found on the TikTok platform, which is translated over to the music and Instagram, and it's been a crazy 2020 from all directions, positive, neutral, negative. So I'm just embracing it all and trying to turn it all into gold in some way, shape, or form. So that's me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, Erica, you want to start him off?
Well, Jay, I'm not familiar with your platform, but I would like to know, where did your love for music come from?
My household was definitely a music household. Like, you know, my mom would play all the time. We go on road trips. We go to North Carolina. My parents got a timeshare, whatever. She would play India Arie, Tony Braxton, Lauryn Hill, Music Soul Child, just all very soulful vibes. And then my dad, being from Belize, we go to Belize parties. We had a bar in the basement where we lived in Rosedale Park in Detroit, and just soca, calypso, reggae, jazz. My dad loves smooth jazz, V98.7, man. Like, I never forget. Used to put me to sleep. I love it now, though. I love jazz. But very music oriented. I mean, such as Motown, right? Detroit. So like, just being under that, and Michael Jackson, always inspired me. My sister sang. Music kind of runs in the family in a sense.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So with that, when did this journey begin for you?
As far as like the doing music.
Yeah. So where did your music journey begin?
Man, it really depends, because I can look at it a few different ways. If we talking about bare bones, I had a fascination with rhymes since I was like 3-4 years old. Like, I used to read C Spot Run and all of those, and the ones that rhymed. My parents would tell me to this day, like, you always love reading. Like, at the playground, you'd be taking books with you, and swinging on the swing. And I think what happened was, kindergarten, I was like one of the only kids that could rhyme words in a certain way when they were calling them out. And my teacher gave me $1. I'll never forget that. And that made me so hype. I'm like, man, I'm like, shoot, maybe I can get some more money. I'm walking home like cat, rat. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, so I don't know. My fascination with poetry books grew in elementary school. I always like reading Maya Angelou, Langston Hughes. I had this one particular book I always picked up at school at the library called As the Sidewalk Ends, and I would find myself like muttering my own versions of poems and rhymes in a sense. It was kind of like, I don't know. I would always just try to challenge myself with rhymes for some reason. It's one of them things I did. And when I was 10, me and my homie Kanan wrote rhymes in class in 5th grade. I don't even remember what it was talking about, but they all thought it was dope. And then middle school, I started freestyling, and then it just started bubbling into something that I made into my own over time.
So how would you describe your style?
Soulful, chill, Motown-esque, a little jazzy-ish. It's like warm, melodic, soulful. But at the same time, like I can dip into a few different bags in regards to sound. Like I don't have any problem jumping on cuts that are more aggressive with trap influences. But ask anybody that likes my music and they say Jay got some chill vibes. He got vibes, So that's my bag for real. But yeah.
So when you first started getting out there a little bit, what was you mentioned, you did the thing when you were in elementary school, and about 10 years old, you and your buddies got together. But when did you first start performing, and where?
I would say church is when I first started performing. I was in this youth group called Chosen Generation. And it was just a dope place to be around people that were my age. Parents were real strict on certain things that we could listen to and couldn't listen to. I love 106 in Park, Rap City, BT, all of that. And at certain points we had to sneak and watch it because, hip hop started being more whatever it was. And, the stuff you regurgitated as a kid, your mama like, what you say? So had the cable locks on, all that. So when we was in Chosen Generation, it was a time where we could like come together, and I just found myself like, wanted to express myself, and they left room for that. Like for us to do poetry nights, for us to do rap, and there were a lot of different artists that I was allowed to listen to that I still thought was dope, like Lecrae and Andy and Shy Lynn and different artists, you know, that I was allowed to listen to that still inspired me. And so like around 16 is when I did like my first performance, and everybody loved it. So they started planning more stuff with me. I started doing more stuff on for bigger events with the church, and yeah, and that's how stuff really got rolling.
Well, shout out to the chosen generation. I think
Right.
Fick Ray Prince was over that when you were in there. Is that right? Who was
Yep. Fick Ray. Yeah, it started with Blake Henderson.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Carlos Johnson and Richardson, Fick Ray. I was in there for a minute, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's awesome. Lynn Brown wants to know if you could collaborate with any other artist, who would that be?
Oh, that's a really good question. I'm trying to think, because it's like, would I go older school or would I go current? If I were to pick an artist from today, I probably want to collab with like Janelle Monáe, because I just like the way she thinks. I like her versatility and how she has a lot of old school influences. And I feel like we could do a dope collab, and she challenged me in some good ways. She just got a good vibe. I like her a lot.
What high school did you go to? Lynn also asked that too.
I went to Harrison High School.
Okay. That's Farmington.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. All right. So we got a couple more questions in here.
Cool.
Let's see. Has any big time artist ever encountered you in any way?
Yeah, recently. So this artist named Smino, based out of St. Louis. It's crazy because I watched his career blossom, you know, as he moved to Chicago and did moves over there. Great St. Louis artist, very soulful. I'm inspired by him a lot. And I was watching a lot of his interviews, trying to learn a lot from him. And I'm like telling my wife, like, yeah, I got to do stuff like him. I got to look at how he's doing it. And it was crazy because one day, like 2017, I had a dream that he was going to check out my music. And then literally like 2 weeks ago, maybe 3, I as an artist, you always enter some contest to see if you might give you an opportunity with a DJ, with an event, with a performance, with cash prizes. So I do a lot of these all the time. So I entered one that Smino had put out, and it was over like 2,000 submissions. So I was on TikTok Live, and one of my followers was like, Smino's playing your music on IG Live. I'm like,
Wow.
Stop playing. Stop playing. I went over there. I said, I got to go, y'all. I hopped on it, and I caught the very tail end. He was just listening to my music. I thought that was it. I was like, cool. Like, that's dope. But then I found out that I made, like, out of those 2,000 submissions, I was one of the top 4 that was considered to do a collaborative song with Smino. So,
Wow.
yeah. So he heard the music and he was like, man, Jay Pitts, I really rock with him. He's from Detroit. Like, yeah, I really like his stuff. And so that came real full circle for me. And I actually forgot. My wife was like, you had a dream that he was going to talk about your music. And I was like, I did.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, Smino, great guy, doing great things. And not a lot of people know his name, but he's in his bag. And that's what I want to be like.
Man.
Yeah.
So
I absolutely love that.
Well, go ahead, Eric.
Oh no, I was just saying I absolutely love that. You know, sometimes we forget about our dreams and our destinations. So, you know, to bring and that you have someone to help remind you of that. And so now you got something to prepare to and look forward to and things like that. So that's why I was just
you like
awesome.
a prophet, man. You see in the future.
I'll be writing stuff down now because it just helps me to be grateful.
Forget the 4 digits. Go ahead and give me. Go ahead and give me the what's it called? I don't even play. What's the big ball?
The Mega Million.
Mega Million. Give me that one time. I can repent for paying after I get my hands on that 300, 400 million. Lord, I'm a tithe off of it. So it's
they can't see my feet. I'm floating. That's the real deal. But I don't realize I write stuff down now, but like, you know, you just don't realize how much you're like living in answered prayers. You know, like I think about the fact that so much of what's been happening is stuff that I've been writing down, asking for, working towards, praying for, you know, and sometimes you forget because everything happens so fast, and I just got to slow down and look like, whoa, like you're not even where you are right now is not even where you would have imagined yourself to be last week. And I like really mean that as I say that. Like it's so many different things that happened even yesterday, you know, that it's just like game changers. And, you know, I'm just rolling with it and taking it as it comes. Like, okay, so this is what making it looks like. It's a process. You know, you feel rich inside, but I'm still waiting for them dollar signs to change. That's when I feel like I made it.
Right.
Yeah.
So now tell me, you've basically, social media is your outlet, right?
Yep.
So tell me about 100%. That process. I remember you and I had a conversation. You was like, "Man, this TikTok thing ain't working." So tell me about the middle, the beginning, the middle, and where we are now with social media. How'd that all come about?
For sure. So like before TikTok was a thing, I was really focused on Instagram. I was doing research, watching how other artists move, trying to figure out how to get in where I fit in. I was learning about Instagram ads, Facebook ads, trying to grow myself. I spent a good amount of money just trying to find my audience and figure out this thing. So I figured out it'd be the only way to reach my audience. Then all of a sudden I hear everybody talking about TikTok. This is like last summer, end of the summer 2019, and people saying this is a big play for artists. Everybody should hop on TikTok. Like Gary V, it's this other guy I watch on YouTube, Brandman Sean, and it was still early in the game. And TikTok, everybody was throwing their shade like it's just a bunch of little kids on that app, like it's not really for black people. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so I'm like, okay, like, but this is what they said about Instagram. And now look, and I was late to Instagram. So I'm like, let me see if I can hop in this early and see what's going on. So I didn't know how the platform worked. I didn't know that it was like vertical video based. So I went on there, I like posted like 3 videos and I'm like, okay, so now what do I use? Hashtags? I'm treating it like Instagram. And then after a day, I had like 0 views, 2 views. I'm like, this app is whack, yo. This is trash. This ain't for me. I'm not, TikTok is trash. Like it's everything people said about it. Then I was going to delete the app. So I go back to the app the next day. Like, oh yeah, I still got this on my phone. Why? And so I go to my profile and I look at the videos and I'm like, refresh, something ain't right. Cause one video got like 30,000 views. One has like 8,000. Another one has like 10,000. I'm like, what is this? I see comments and people following me. And I didn't even post nothing serious. It was just like some one-off skit videos that I like did at 2 a.m. to see what TikTok was about. So I said, okay, let me try to stick around a little bit.
So the voice went up. Let me.
Yeah. I'm like, I was seeing like, how can I convert this to my music? All right. So like first month, 30,000 followers. And I started doing like remixes to popular songs that were trending on TikTok. So if it was a popular song, I would go and rip it off YouTube, find the person that made the instrumental to it, then add myself to a verse, and then perform it on TikTok. And because people's minds were already primed to like the popular thing, they weren't expecting me to throw them that left hook with something different and creative. So it kind of gave me, an eye. People were looking at me. And during that time on TikTok, there was way more people on it than there were creators in a sense. So like it made it easier to blow up during that time. So I'm popping out 100,000 views here, 250,000 here, 500,000 here, 600,000 here, 1 million, like just going up. And it was December. I had like 60,000 followers. I had just hopped on at the end of August. And my wife was going out with her girls to Vegas. And I joked with her. I said, watch, by the time you come back, I'm going to have over 100K. And she said, okay. And the second day of her leaving, I woke up and I crossed 100,000 followers. And one of my videos had like 2 million views.
Oh my goodness.
And I was like, what is this app, man? So like, stuff is going crazy, but I wasn't seeing stuff translate like that. Like, the one time it did, it was like I made it was some guy, I ain't gonna shout him out because he threw me shade, but he made this video about how to move your music or whatever, and he gave an example, and I followed him on YouTube. I bought his course, and then so I followed his example, and I used my story, and I talked about my music, and that video ended up like doing better than his. And so I guess he got salty, was like, he copied my script and like was upset, even though I told my own story. But like people started going over to my Spotify, which had like maybe like 8,000 monthly listeners at the time based on the different ads and stuff that I had been doing up until that point. And it took it to like 15,000. People started streaming it. And so the remixes was working for me. TikTok jumped in my DMs like, hey, keep it going. They hopped on my DMs on Instagram. But I still wasn't seeing growth on like Instagram and stuff like that. And I noticed whenever like I started shouting out my Instagram and stuff, my post didn't do as well. So I'm like, okay, like TikTok obviously, you know, wants people to stay on this platform, but people are apt to go follow you on your other platforms if you do something the right way. Mm-hmm. So I was just trying to figure that out. So then 2020 hits, you know, Kobe dies, you know, you got COVID that's happening. You got Breonna Taylor, George Floyd. And so TikTok, a lot of the people start coming to TikTok. They're expressing themselves. It's just a weird time in the nation where people are confused, hurt, depressed, not really able to get over certain things. So I'm making content about what's going on. I'm talking about a whole lot of stuff. I'm still trying to figure out how to be a creator and still look out for myself and everything like that. And then TikTok goes through this whole like shadow ban phase where they're like muting people's videos, and Black people was getting mad because it seemed like whenever we were talking about stuff, you know, it wasn't allowed to go. But when somebody else, another color, was talking about race or something else, their stuff would go viral, like racist stuff was going. Yeah. And I started, somebody asked, do I get a lot of hate? I did. That's funny. I was just about to say, I started to get a lot of bad messages, a lot of racist messages, a lot of like craziness going on. And so I pulled back for a little bit. It wasn't really affecting me as much. But then, because I was still working my job, and then I got sick, like right when everything happened, and I was exposed to somebody that had the virus. So pretty sure that's what it was. I didn't go get tested. It was very early, so these things weren't available for the public to get tested. This was back in March, yeah. So I did like this remedy or whatever that really helped me, and so like I just posted about the remedy. And then somebody took it and then put it on Twitter, and it went viral on Twitter. And so people started accusing me of trying to say I was curing the virus and I was getting hate. It was just,
wow. Oh my goodness.
I'm like,
really?
Yeah.
Really?
It was wild. It was wild. So, so then I had to like, you know, scale back, and I'm like, okay, what can be my approach to TikTok? Because before that, I was doing my claim to fame, other than just the music stuff, was Memoji videos. I was taking Memoji characters on iPhone, and I was making it look like celebrities, and nobody was doing this. I don't know why, but I would make it look like Michael. I would make it look like a famous rapper, and I would do a remix to their song with their character face, and those were going crazy. Those were going absolutely crazy. I would make them about COVID. I would make them about fast food. I just any trending topic I'd make it about, and those were going crazy. TikTok caught on to that for some reason. They didn't like it, and they were saying they're giving me community guideline strikes. They was playing your boy. Like they started like censoring me heavy. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm looking at other people say the N-word and they don't get nothing. I'm like, okay, so something's up. So Black people started getting upset. They signed this petition, and so TikTok's like, oh snap. We can't make the culture creators mad. We have to come up with something so that Black people feel supported. And so they started doing initiatives. They started saying, we hear you, Black people. They started making hashtags. I'm like, yeah. Then They did this thing called Black TikTok, specifically for Black creators.
Really?
And so they sent me a DM on Instagram saying, hey, you're one of our, prime, Black creators, and we want you to be a part of this Black TikTok creator community, get your insight and stuff like that. I said, okay, this feel like Give a Dog a Bone vibes, but okay, let me see what y'all talking about. So I hop on this live chat with them, and the face of the individual over this was Black, so that was the first thing that excited me. And then I see all these other Black creators that are popping and really famous. I'm like, what am I doing here? but I'm like, cool. So they're talking resources. They're talking about how they want to support us. They're talking about, different things like questions we can ask about our profiles, really helping us out. Webinars, seminars, couldn't do meetups. Because earlier, this past February, before the government shut down, they did like a Black creator meetup in LA, and flew you out, got you a hotel. That would have been dope. They had Tyra Banks come out and different people. So that would have been me this year, but COVID. So yeah, so that happened, and so that's doing well. They sent me some stuff in the mail. I noticed my video starting to do a lot better, and whatnot, and the shadow ban stuff going away. Some people still complain about it, but yeah, I found my thing. I started just incorporating my music more, and telling my story. And I found that TikTok really took to that, talking about I'm independent. TikTok likes when you tell a story, beginning, middle, end. They like underdogs and they like wholesome content. So if you can find a way to, and entertainment in any form or fashion or comedy, so if you can find a way to incorporate some of that or all of that, it psychologically plays on their hearts. And I was able to be my authentic self, because TikTok can smell when you trying to just get something from them. They'll be like, so it took me a little bit to figure it out, but you really have to come with the idea of giving value. What value can I give? And let me make it seem like I don't want nothing in return, to give people options and leave it up to them. Mm-hmm. And that's what I did with my music. Like, you can check it out, but if not, just send this to somebody, maybe they'll like to hear this. Boom. Mm-hmm. First video cracking 100K, people coming over to Spotify, running up 40,000 streams on my song Tamagotchi in like 2 weeks. And then Windows.
Yeah. We're going to talk more about that in a minute. Mm-hmm. I want to give our viewers an opportunity. They're asking questions, and so I want to give them an opportunity to get their questions answered. So if you're just joining us, we have Jay Pitts on with us. He's telling us about his journey, his story, where he is in his journey. He's a rapper, a lyricist, and he has a new release called Windows. And so he's taking a route that I'm finding that a lot of artists are but have been taking, and that is, listen, I can do this thing on my own, distribute and social media and all this type of thing, because we've all heard the stories, TLC, groups on and on, who've just been, they've been putting out the hits and then they're not making no money. Yeah, I mean, they just been robbed, and so go ahead and share and tag some people if you haven't done that already. Make sure you're also subscribing to our YouTube page. Click the notifications bell so you can get notified when we go live or when we upload new content. And so I'm going to slip this one quick question in, and we're going to go to the questions that the people have. I'll let Erica start choosing, because we got quite a few that's coming through. But do you freestyle? Short answer.
Yeah.
You freestyle. See how he hesitated. See what he don't know, Erica. I'm setting him up. See what he don't know. What he don't know is your boy. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, they called me V Nitty. You see, he don't know nothing about V Nitty. He don't know nothing about the rapping skills from back in the day. Don't make me put on nothing right now. We just do a freestyle battle. This ain't what you want, JP. This ain't. I drop the beat on you right now, and we just go toe to toe. We could do like whatever the comments people put in the comments. We just rap off of that off the top of our head. Woo, I don't think he want none. Jay don't want none. No. Yeah, I can tell he don't.
You
want
don't want none. He don't want none, Jay.
Right? Hey, because I feel it. I feel it coming on. I ain't no joke. Yeah. JP. Don't want this smoke. Oh, wait. Let me stop. Anyway, Erica, we got some comments. Go ahead and go ahead and respond to those. Maybe ask a few questions from our viewers.
Well, we have, let's see here. Marigold would like to know, when is the project dropping?
The project, well, I'm independent, so I can say stuff and then change it, because it happens. I wanted to drop a project at the end of the summer, but I'm thinking probably end of the fall. I got some tracks that I really want to get on there, a couple of verses that I need some people to finish up. So it's coming together. I'll just say that it's coming together. We'll see. No promises.
Yeah, it's like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Do you think Chocolate is a song you can vibe to or just chill? Or is it something you have to listen to closely?
So they talking about my new single dropping this Friday called Chocolate. That's the thing about my music. I hide the realness and the vibes. It's like when your mom gave you medicine as a kid, she put it in your applesauce. You ain't know, you was just enjoying applesauce. If you want to focus on the lyrics and stuff, that's cool. You'll get something. But if you was like, I just like Jay Pitts because of the vibe, it's there for you too. So it's whatever you make it. It's whatever you make it.
Yeah.
So somebody was saying earlier, I was just about to say that one. You are very creative, because I was just listening to that when you were talking about how you were doing the skits and you were doing the emojis and all that. I'm like, I thought you was just rapping, man. You're doing it all, whatever you got to do to get out there, huh?
Well, whatever to bring them back to the music. Yeah, I'm trying not to get lost. Trying not to get lost out there.
Yeah. So, did you have a following before the whole social media ordeal, or did this come along as you were learning TikTok and Instagram, things like that?
I had before TikTok, I had about just like 2,500 followers on IG. And maybe about 400 subscribers on YouTube. And then since TikTok, I'm like at 7,000 some on IG, and I just broke 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. And it's only been what? It's just been just over a year. It's October now.
Okay.
Yeah. So
October. So what's your favorite song of yours?
My favorite song of mine, man, I don't know if I have one, but a song that's very special to me is a song called Yellow. I made it about Black women. It was inspired by my wife and just how she hooked my hair up. She did my locks. She always looking on YouTube trying to figure out natural styles. She's dope when it comes to stuff like that. She's just she knows a lot. And so I made a song called Yellow about Black women, because I know that a lot of Black women share that same experience about hair and just loving themselves and trying to love yourself. It really resonated with the natural hair community, and it got picked up by a few big pages, and people were using the song, and it was one of my first successes organically. And that happened in 2018. Yeah. So.
Yeah, we got a lot of questions coming in. We're going to get to those in a moment, and we also going to come back from a break, and we're going to show the video. People are asking questions about, you going on a tour. I also want to let people know about, some exciting things you got going on. You got offers coming in and all that type of thing. So we'll talk about that, and then we'll come back and we'll answer some of these questions that we got here. People want to know, meet and greet passes. You're doing some things, and Lynn's asking, what is the length of your TikTok videos? Well, TikTok only lets you do 59 seconds or a minute or something like that. So we'll get to all of that, and we'll do more right after this break. Just want to hear a couple more bars of this, and then we'll come back and we'll play the whole thing right after this.
I'm glad that I don't have to go to school in the fall, but somehow I still ended up gripping the mic and the ball, and I can handle.
Hey everybody, it's Vince Elliott saying thank you for your support. Real quick, I just want to come on and say a few things real quick. First of all, you guys are amazing because some of you are supporting the show by viewing us every single week. You're financially supporting, you're telling your family and friends, people are going to the YouTube page, subscribing, hitting the notifications bell. We are growing by leaps and bounds. We got a team now. We got Erica Mack, who keeps the show on track, my co-host. We got a producer, super duper producer, Deidre. She's in the background holding it down. And we are now at a place where we are opening the window of opportunity for sponsorship. That's right. If you know of someone who has a business, or if you yourself have a business whose product or service align with our brand, we want to hear from you. Send us an email at thevinceelliott@gmail.com, and we will send you the information. We have packages as low as $100 a week. Can't beat that. Those prices are going to go up as our audience grows, so you want to get in where you fit in. Also, if you want to support the show, simply go to the Cash App now there on the screen, $live with Vince Elliott. 1 L, 1 T in Elliott, so your money gets routed to the right place and gets used appropriately. In the meantime, we will continue to bring you information, education, inspiration, motivation, and yes, a few laughs. Look out for Lil V. He's always trying to get on the show. So in the meantime, let's get back to the show.
Greetings, Earthlings and Skirtlings. It's your boy DJ Cut Master Swift with Outkast. You watch it live with Vince Elliott. Peace.
Well, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce this video right.
Exposing you to some of the newest artists and the hottest music. It's the new release by Jay Pitts. New music, Windows, on Live with Vince Elliott.
Driving like I don't got any windows. I grew my head as long to feel the wind blow. Only thing that's tinted is my skin tone. Darker than the mocha cup of kinfolk. I just bought myself a new Nintendo, just to play myself, not many friends know. Feeling like my life been in a limbo. Yeah, I set my pride aside and finally copped a new whip. I drove my last 300,000 and the door had a dent. I gotta push to start the stove, but damn, that cost me a grip. I kept my arm but gave my leg, and now I walk with a limp. But that's adulthood, riding around my city and my old hood. If I was in shelter, maybe I'd be up to no good. I'm glad that I don't have to go to school in the fall, but somehow I still ended up gripping the mic and the ball. And I can handle both, so I don't give a damn about the status quo. And I don't gotta end up hella rich for life to matter more. I'm working on myself and getting better than the man before, so I can show my daughters and my sons they daddy was the GOAT. Yeah. Driving like I don't got any windows. I move my head as long to feel the wind blow. Only thing that's tinted is my skin tone, darker than the mocha cup of kinfolk. I just bought myself a new Nintendo, just to play myself, not many friends know. Feeling like my life been in a limbo. I just started drinking coffee, I'm a tea drinker. I done took these shackles off me, I'm a free thinker. Everything I learned in school was a lie. I wasted half of my life so I can learn to work a 9 to a 5. But what it cost for me to feel more alive and not just live but to thrive? Cost too much money just to keep on the lights, or to consider taking trips, taking flights. It cost me half of my life. My only choice is go to school to survive, but not forget that I write a couple rhymes a couple times so we can flip that, and maybe make it big so we can build and we can sit back and we can help the kids and teach the vision, we can get back. I already started, gotta get it where you live at. It's some whites that want me to die. They type in replies, they hate to see a black man rise, and that America's no dream, it's a lie. Cause first you gotta survive. Black angel, I get wings, I can fly. Now watch a nigga go. I'm driving like I don't got any windows. I root my head as long to feel the wind blow. Only thing that's tinted is my skin tone, and I'm darker than the mocha cup of kinfolk. I just bought myself a new Nintendo, just to play myself, not many friends know. Feeling like my life been in a limbo. I like my life been in a, yeah. I said I'm driving like I don't got any windows. I root my head as long to feel the wind blow. Only thing that's tinted is my skin tone, and I'm darker than the mocha cup of kinfolk. Yeah, I just bought myself a new Nintendo, just to play myself, not many friends know. Feeling like my life been in a limbo, in a limbo. I'm driving like I don't got any windows. I grew my head as long to feel the wind blow. Only thing that's tinted is my skin tone. Yeah.
That's hot. Oh, that's hot. Man, come on, man. My favorite line, darker than a mocha cup of kinfolk.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, listen, I'm going to tell you something. First of all, before we even jump back in any more questions, anything like that, we got to put up where people can get this music. They can get it just about anywhere, can't they? Tell us about that.
It's available everywhere. You can find Windows on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Google Play, Amazon, Pandora, iHeartRadio, anywhere you want to listen to music, YouTube. It's everywhere. SoundCloud. Yeah.
So we put up a link. Put that link back up, please. My super duper producer, put the link back up. That link will take you. That link takes you to all platforms.
Yep. Yeah.
Is that how that works?
It
so you click on that link, and then you see all links to all the other platforms. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's awesome, man.
And it's also in the comments, so they can just click on it.
Cool.
Oh, okay. All right, got it in the comments as well. So yeah, guys, if you just joined us, you might want to go ahead and go to YouTube and watch this thing from the beginning, because already Jay has been giving us a lot of information about his journey and things he's been encountering, and he's going to give us a little bit more. Let's go ahead and crank out some of these questions, Erica.
Well, the first question I want to get to, because Joshua asked this a few times, is how did you make Windows and what's the story behind it?
Real simple. I was on the way home from the grocery store. It was a good cliche summer day. I happened to have all my windows down, and so much had happened up until that point. I was just reflecting on the year, just real quick, like 5 seconds in my mind. And I realized I was okay. I lost my aunt and godmother to COVID. And I was just thinking like, yo, like my family's good. I'm good. Like I'm home more, even though, that's not good. There was a lot of good things financially that came my way. and it's good for my family, for my daughter, and I just felt free. And I just captured that feeling. I was on an app looking through beats, and when I heard that beat, the song wrote itself. It took me like 15 minutes to write that song in the car. And yeah, and I felt like it was special. But so I just recorded it as fast as I could, and yeah, the rest is history, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah.
Windows, darker than a cup of, I'm gonna mess it up now. A cup of kinfolk. I was like, what did he say?
So many people asked me what I was saying. They said darker than a what? I'm like,
A Super 23 Kicks asks, how do you come up with your hooks? Because they're very catchy.
That's a really good question. I mean, I feel like my songs write themselves in a sense. Like once I hear the beat in 5 seconds, I know where I'm going. If I'm inspired by it, it'll be like, boom. You know, I can write songs like this. Most of my songs I write in like 15 to 20 minutes or less. It all comes at once.
Wow.
So like, I don't know. I just think of what I'm saying and then figure out a clever way for people to digest it. I don't like to stay in rhyme pockets too long. I like to switch up flows. I like to add layers. And so like, I think about the listener when I'm writing. So I hope that answers it. I don't know.
So you've had some opportunities come your way. Speak to that.
Yes. So yeah, it's been crazy ever since Windows dropped. A lot of like I've been hit up by labels. I've been hit up by somebody want to fly me out to Europe to shoot a video. I've been hit up by brands. I've been hit up by distributors, all types of people. I've been hit up by some people that want to put my music in commercials and movies and shows and all this stuff. And so, yeah, my phone's been busy, and it's just really cool to see, because every time I'm talking to these people, I learn watching different artists on YouTube, like Chance the Rapper. He's independent, as some would say. He has a team and whatnot, but he isn't signed to a label. And he always said, like, even though he planned on being independent and doing stuff himself, he always answered the calls to labels, always met up with them because he wanted to hear like what they were talking about as far as what he's worth. And just like Master P said on Solange album, because somebody had offered him like $1 million one day and he ain't take it. And his brother was mad, like, bro, we in the hood. You ain't you take that money.
Right.
And he's like, man, if this white guy offered me $1 million, I gotta be at least worth 40. You know what I'm saying? So like hearing being on the phone with different people and just hearing them ascribe like, hey, I see you doing this, and different lingo they use to try to get me, or even the good people that's wholesome. I asked them, where'd you find me? And they'll say on TikTok. And I'm like, wow, I know the label's got to be upset right now because, you know, this is usually you got to go hustle. You got to go try to find them. And now they're in a position where they don't got to go through the middleman, AKA the label. They can come straight to me, you know, and I can negotiate based on what I know to leverage myself in a sense, you know. So, yeah, that's been cool. Yeah, it's been cool.
Mm-hmm. So you mentioned, you know, we had our pre-interview about, you know, being offered to be on a video game. Yeah.
So I got called by this because I distributed my song Windows through this platform called United Masters that is tailored towards independent artists. It's owned by Steve Stout. And I've been wanting to work with United Masters. I was telling my wife this, and it's crazy because like the week after I told her that, I'm gonna just start saying stuff because stuff just be happening. But the week after I told her that, I got an email from United Masters like, hey, we see your songs doing numbers. I want to hop on a phone call with you. So I get on the phone with the A&R from United Masters, and they're like, listen, we want to put you in these playlists. I want to push your song to get it in NBA 2K. I'm like, wait a second, what? I play this game, you know?
Wow.
So it's no guarantees, but I submitted my song and everything's happened already. They got back to me. They're in the review process. There's other songs, but you know, to even be considered is a nod for me, you know. It's cool.
Well, yeah, man, you're a hot ticket item. We got people in the comments saying they want to work with you. They want to collab. They want you to consider them for doing your videos and all that type of thing. So you got options now, man. You know? Let's see. We got some more comments in here. So what is J Nation? J
Nation, that is my fan community. I I named them my fan community. Obviously, I'm Jay Pitts, so anybody that's a fan of Jay Pitts, I call them all J Nation because they're all around the world. People, I got fans in Kenya, some people in the Netherlands. Shout out to them. New Zealand, more recently South Africa, the UK, Canada, Australia. So it's like this is our meeting place where no matter where you are, what time zone, y'all support Jay. We J Nation.
Wow,
I like it. So, Super Kicks, Super 23. Have you learned anything since your song is blowing up?
Yes, I've learned my formula that I'll kind of be rinsing and repeating for TikTok to gain traction. I've learned that when you show genuine appreciation and tell your story without trying to be somebody else, that real good things can actually happen. I listen a lot to Gary Vee when he was talking about like that dude is, I don't know how he sleeps at night because he just does so much every day for his business. And he's talking about replying to comments when he already has like over 100,000 followers and replying to every comment. But I started doing that, replying to every single comment on TikTok. I started that early on. I don't do it as much now, but you'll still see tons of replies, and people love that because they feel like when you have a whole lot of followers that you don't see them. And that's a good fan retention. You keep a relationship warm because they feel noticed and they'll hold you down later. So when I say I got a song out, they're like, Jay got me, and they feel special because they get to be a part of the journey. So I invite people to feel a part because they are the reason why my song is doing well. So I create a relationship with them where they can hit me up and I respond and stuff like that. Like shout out Super 23 Kicks. I recognize him because he's always on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, like he's there, so I make sure that I always, talk to him and he's here, you know what I mean? So like, it's a test to it. I try to create genuine connections with people.
And I appreciate that from an artist because a lot of times, we are, those fans are the ones that keep you up. Mm-hmm. And so, to have that intimate response, we do feel like you share a part of your life, not all your life with us.
Right.
And so, that makes it all the more better to say, hey, I rocks with you, at the end of the day, even when you put out garbage, I'm still going to buy it because right. Because everything's not going to be so, the best, but hey, I support you because you respond to me. So yeah,
100%.
So you're here in Michigan, like I am. Got a question asking: are you looking to move to, where that stuff is happening at ATL or Cali, anything like that?
Cali is so overrated to me. I would go over there. You got to be rich to be poor in Cali, okay? Yeah, you got to be rich just to be poor. I don't want to go over there, and it's on fire. But anyway, Atlanta, I would love to go to Atlanta. It's black, it's popping, and if you got some traction, you're gonna hit the ground running. Now, the only thing that I'm cool with is the fact that Detroit has such a rich music history. There's so much opportunity here, and there's so much more of an eye. So if I were to go to Atlanta, it might be for a season and then come and bring that back to the city so that I can make sure, I replant the flower where it started. But yeah, Atlanta holds a very special place to me. It's like one of the only places in this entire country where you can, feel black and completely safe in a sense, because there's so much success over there. So yeah, not Cali.
Not Cali at all. So we got someone asking, TJ is asking, do you ever think about acting in movies?
I do. I don't know if I like the idea of memorizing the script. I'm good with improv stuff. I've learned that I can do that. But yeah, I've thought about that, and that's another stream of income. Maybe it depends, give me some cameos, some little, cool little stuff. Cause they be on set for like 14, 15, 16 hours. I don't know if I can do that. I don't even stay in the studio that long. So, yeah, I do think about it. If the bag is right, I'm there.
Yeah, when if the money talks, you will walk on into the opportunity.
Yeah, or if the relationship is right. That's that.
Yeah. You want to make sure it fits with your brand too. Yeah. So yeah, that's good. We got so many comments coming in here, man. I could tell that some of your followers are all up in the comments, man.
Yeah.
So
shout out to J Nation. What's up, y'all?
yeah, Mary Gold is in the building. Langston, Bristol. I guess Mary Gold is the business that they're pushing. So they
he said he's a big fan.
Yeah.
Mary Gold. That's the homie. That's the homie. We're fans of each other. We're fans of each other. He helped me with the Windows video. He shot like all the stuff you see. He shot that. I creatively directed it. I'm like, listen, man, and he helped put all that stuff together. That's his thing, videography. So shout out Mary Gold.
Oh, well, I'm always partial to people who do production because that's what my company, that's the bread and butter of my company, it's a production. So yeah. We've had a couple shows where we talked about voiceovers and some of the other types of things that we do. Erica's part of it. And so, this is just an extension of it, during the Live with Vince Elliott show. So yeah, man. Well, listen, man, we appreciate you coming on the show. I don't know. We probably got so much more to uncover. Did we cover pretty much everything? Oh, upcoming events. Somebody mentioned,
I was just about to ask. Do you have any upcoming events?
Yes.
Virtual, private, personal?
I got a virtual performance coming up in November. The date is pending. It's mid-November. So I'll be keeping updates on my Instagram well in advance. It's just a live. I'll be partnering with some with this company, or I don't know what to call entity, and we'll be going live together, and I'll be doing a whole like 30-minute set of some songs. So I'll be taking requests too at some points, different songs people want to hear of mine that they want to hear me perform. So yeah, that's in November. You got any merch? I do. I got lots of merch. If you go to jpitts.us, JAYPITTS.US, I got tons of merch. J Nation merch. I got exclusive, like different ways I flip my logo and stuff. So yeah, I got merch. Tons and tons of merch. Oh, you got all types of stuff. You got t-shirts, you got hats, you got mugs, you got bumper stickers.
Right. What you got?
What you got, man? What you got? Brother might have to get some of that. I might have to cop some J Pitts merch. Is it J Nation? Is J Pitts? Is it both? All of the above? J Nation. So yeah, I recently extend, because I was changing up the logo. So I got 3 J Nation logos. I got the classic logo, which is this one right here. The J Nation logo. This on my fanny pack. Oh, right nice. Then I got the J Nation World logo, which is. Wait a minute. Did you just break out the fanny pack? I did. What's up with the fanny pack, man? I saw that in one of your pictures. What's up with the fanny pack? You like the fanny pack? I do like the fanny pack. Like I was when I first got the fanny pack, I was like, I don't know if I can do this. But then I seen how convenient it was, how unbulky my pockets were, and I'm like, this is why y'all ladies be getting purses. Like this is the secret. So I'm like, if I could do it and look cool, I don't care if I got to be a trendsetter. Somebody could be like, man, what you doing? I'm like, I'm me, man, and I ain't trying to walk around here with bulky pockets, So. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you, man, and I know you've been out of the country because your father's from out of the country. Yeah. Don't take the fanny pack out of the country because they will. They will get you. We tried to tell my son that when he was 14 and he went over to Zambia and they got him. So they snatched it from him, or were they cooking? No, man, they smooth with the razor blade, man. They got him. We told him, tuck it inside of his pants, all that kind of stuff. He went to go do something and they got him. Wow. They got him. Yeah, they real, man. Listen, this is what they train for.
They are. That's why I got the one that go under my shirt.
I always said that it's like I would feel honored. I was like, wow, I'm impressed. How'd you do that? Right. So I wouldn't put nothing in there valuable. I'd just be like, sucker, with a letter that says, sucker, I got you. Or something like that. But yeah, I mean, I would just love to like get me when I'm, not paying attention, and then come back and tell me that you got me so I can be impressed and shake your hand. Because I'm just like, how does somebody, how somebody do that? We see Lynn, she loved a fanny pack too. But, I just don't expect, a young man in his 20s to be rocking a fanny pack. Now, Lynn, on the other hand, she carried purses. So it's making a comeback? It is. Fanny pack.
They are.
bucket hats coming back, overalls coming back, like 90s is coming back heavy. So I'm happy about that. Shoot. Not a and people more happy to be, I mean, by default, I mean, it's in a sense, but like people are more open and happy about their blackness. They want to know how to identify where they from. Like it's where we're not just blackness, but Africanness, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's a lot of good stuff that's happening. So we can use this little fad to actually wake up to reality, whether it's fashion or origin and all that stuff. So, you know, yeah, it's good times.
All right. So I'm going to take maybe one more question. Your guy, Super 23KS, he says, how do you feel about where hip hop is right now?
It depends on how look at it. You asked me today, I'll say, I feel like it's like people are more aware. Like people, even if they take a contract, you know that you could become successful if you just wait it out and do what's right. Like I used to be anti-label, but then I'm like, nah, labels ain't bad, because not everybody has the ability to like be a business person and like set stuff up themselves and try to like make it happen. Sometimes you need somebody else to wear that hat for you. And I don't want to wear all the hats I got right now. I'm gonna be handing this off to somebody else on my team as it expands. But I like the fact that artists can create and they can see so much attention gravitate towards it versus, you know, trying to sell CDs out the trunk and stand outside of concert lines at shows and trying to hustle and get lucky. Now you just got to get smart. So I like that about the hip hop game right now.
Oh, okay. Well, man, listen, once again, I want to thank you for coming on the show live with Vince Elliott. And this thing right here, man, this is fire. Listen, I should have told the story about our basketball encounter back in the day.
I was wondering if you was going to bring that up.
You know what? Now that I bring it up, you know what I'm saying? Let me just share the short version. So we were, you know, if you haven't figured out by now, I've been knowing this young man since before he graced the mic. And we were, you know, at the house, and we was just doing some one-on-one. So I set him up. I did a little move, and I kept pretending like the move wasn't working the way I wanted to. And I knew by the third time he was going to try to steal the ball, and I set him up good. He reached, I went behind the back and dunked on him, and I think that was the end of his basketball career. I don't know.
Oh, wow. Dang, that's crazy.
That's not how that went, did it?
See, I don't remember that.
Wait a minute. Don't lie now. Don't lie now. Oh, come on, man. Wait a minute. Wait. Stop.
Let's pull the curtain back.
Wait. Let me stop the music. Wait.
And it had to be that rim was about like 8.5, 9 feet tall. One. Two. What I'm referencing is at the temple.
No. Wait. Before we get to the temple, did you go for the fake? I faked you and dunked. Did I dunk? And won the game? Am I right or wrong?
No, you did dunk.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Go ahead with the rest of your story. You got a comeback story?
Yeah, of course. So this was an actual 5-on-5 game. We had NBA threes in that court, everything. Grown man. Mm-hmm. I'm like maybe 17, 18. I don't remember how old I was. Mm-hmm. But I remember, you was backing me down in the post. He was doing a good job. I was playing aggressive. I was an Energizer bunny. And I never forget. He went up for a shot. Boom. I blocked it. And I'll never forget, because he was real upset, and you told me that would never happen again. That was like the happiest moment for me, that I got you in your feelings like that. I was like, man, I really got him upset. I got these grown men upset. So, yeah.
And then did we win the game?
Nah, that I don't remember. Yeah.
Now your memory's getting a little foggy. Okay, it's time to cue the music. Because all of a sudden his memory is starting to fail him when it comes to the W's and the L's.
I won that to the block. That's all I'm saying. That was a W for me.
Well, you know what? We had a lot of other great times after that. We went and played other places on the same team. And, I got to get back out there, man. I know I probably look like an old man trying to run up and down there now. But I think I still got something left. They say the jumper is the last thing to go. But anyway, once again, thank you for being on the show. Thank you to all our viewers. Go ahead and put Jay's music information up if you want to get a copy of this new release Windows. You better go ahead and cop that right quick. He's about to come out with another release. What's that called?
It's called Chocolate, dropping this Friday.
Wow, dropping this Friday. We should have had a sample of that ready to go, but I didn't realize it was dropping that soon. But this one is so hot, man. This one, oh my goodness. So does Chocolate even compare to this one? I mean, of course it does, right? You know, the next one is always the best one. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And they can find that on all the platforms as well after this Friday?
Yep.
Okay.
Everywhere.
Okay, and then the social media platforms, we want to put that up on the screen. If you want to follow Jay Pitts and what he's doing skits, he's doing rap songs, he's doing merch, he's doing it all. So you can find him on TikTok, you can find him on Instagram, everything, we'll put it on the screen. Jay, stick around, man. Go ahead, I'll let you have the last word, and then we want you to wait for us backstage, and we'll close the show out. Anything you want to say?
Definitely. Thanks for coming through. If y'all want to pre-save my song Chocolate in my bio, whether on TikTok or Instagram, you can just go to my bio, click the link. If we hit 500 pre-saves, I'm doing a merch giveaway. If we hit 1,000, I'm giving away 3 exclusive pieces of merch that are not in my store. So pre-save Chocolate. And once you do that, just comment on one of my posts on Instagram that you did and you'll be answered.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, yeah, those are going to be special because you can't even find those anywhere. You got to get those only through the contest.
That's right.
All right, sir. Thank you for being on the show. We appreciate you, man. I'm looking forward to all the things that are coming in your future. And, I guess I'm going to have to get a picture of something right quick so I can be like, no, I do know my man. He was on my show. Maybe I should screenshot this or something. I don't know. Because he going to act funny, act like he don't know me. Once he accepted his Grammy, I'll be like, yo, man, can I get a seat, to the event? Can I get backstage? You know how we want to do. All right, man. We'll see you in a minute.
Thanks again.
So, Erica,
that
man.
I'm driving like I don't got any windows. I grew my hair that's long to feel the wind blow. Only thing that's tinted is my skin tone. Yeah.
That's it. That's hot.
That's it. I am going to be a follower. I love Neo Soul, his style so far. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and, follow him and check him out some more.
Yeah. And so I'm excited for all the things that's going on with him. They offering to put him on the video games and all that type of thing. Yeah, so that's pretty good. Well, so that's it, folks. We're going to tell you the same things that we always tell you when we close out. One thing that we didn't talk a whole lot about, but we did put it in the promo, and that is we need your support. So definitely don't lose sight of that. I always like to say, just kind of mention without browbeating people, I don't think people realize how many people say they're going to give or think about giving, but then they don't. And it's like very few people who contribute to the show. But we need that support, not only when you subscribe, but we need that financial support, whether it's $5, whether it's $100, whether, you got big bank and you want to go above that, that's even better. But this show costs us money, and so we want to keep it going. We want to be able to give you guys the great content that we're giving you. We talk about some of everything. If you go to our YouTube page, you'll see financial advice, you'll see financial experts, you'll see people that you can connect with that can help you. We had mental health therapists on. We had some really gripping stories that we share with people. We had some people from the legal system on talking about all types of things. So yeah, you should check out the YouTube page. Go to search for The Vince Elliott, and you'll see a lot of the shows that we have, and you can just go through there and just start binge watching. You get a lot of great information. So please, by all means, consider supporting the show. Go to go to Cash App and put in live $ live with Vince Elliott. And I will remind you, as you can see there's one L and one T in Elliott, so that you don't send it to somebody else. You send it to the right place, and we can put those funds to use with great integrity. We appreciate you guys. Erica, you got anything else?
No, just as always, remember to subscribe to The Vince Elliott on YouTube. And this show would be nothing without you, because we're nothing without God. So make sure that you're subscribing and sharing, and that you have a much better and prosperous week as you continue forward.
And the information is on the closing ending screen. See
Yes.
you next Tuesday.